all normally.
I do quite a lot off the fish, but we just fly off the shore as well. Hard to get the ideal conditions to fly on the shore. Shit, yeah.
Up at the hill as well, look.
Uphill. Not up.
You can't smell this, but it's slurry that's all washed in. You wouldn't want to catch one in this field, I tell you. Oh, poor bird. Look how that's going out. He's like, look how steep that hill is.
Feet now, once you hit that hill. She's had a lot of time there.
Yeah, she seems, everything I've been told, she's completely opposite.
Yeah. No, but it's the work. Anybody who gets a Bonellis, I've said to anybody, they're high maintenance. If you ain't got the time and you don't put in the work, don't get them.
Yeah.
They're not for, you know, well, gold is ain't, but, you know, but these are more high maintenance.
That's a long flight. Well, we're out, Mike. You've got a long way to go. Oh, Mike, bless you. Don't have a heart attack.
Run, it's getting ragged. Quick, Mike, it's getting ragged.
Oh, Mike, you were too slow. Kyle's young bird is still can't make up its mind to hunt or not to hunt, but again, it needs to catch something, and that means it needs really an easy chance. So it was a downhill flight. The bird's not ultra committed yet. I don't think it knows what hares actually are. So it's flown the hare that's had a long head start. It's kind of following them, I think, like a slightly overweight young Hares's hook. It kind of knows their prey, but it's not really sure if it's something to commit to or what to do. And I think it's been passed around, probably demoralised. It probably hasn't caught or fed up on enough hares to even think they're maybe not worthwhile now. So as you saw there, going through the motions, just gliding, and the hare streaked out well ahead. But we get there. It just needs that one feed on a hare to know its thing. Once the bird's secure, as it is now, it's the next bird to slip. The last thing we want is more than one bird in the field loose. The biggest trouble there comes in if one of those birds takes game. The other bird, even a smaller bird like a goshawk, highly likely to pile into a golden eagle if it can see food on the offing. Our birds are used to being around other birds. They don't have that natural respect necessarily. The bigger birds could do them harm. They just see an easy prize. Next up, Dan with a Hares's hook. We're just starting our second round of slips. It's been tough. There's hares here, but as always, everyone's noisy, everyone's talking. We all do it on a film. I always look at these as socials, not my best form of falconry. We've seen hares, but quite low on the ground. It's well into the afternoon, and I was the last to slip, and we've only just had a slip. So now Kyle's had his second slip, and Dan's coming up for his second slip. The young Hares hawk, it knows the game. Obviously, it lacks the long range, and it lacks weight. Mike's Bonellis was the first bird to take game today, but way away, and it meant it had to hold the hare itself. It didn't have Mike running in. It was way too far for Mike to get there in sensible time. Of course, it was a long, amazing flight, and it's the same with all these smaller birds. It's not just the catching, it's the holding their prey. So Mike's going to flush for Dan. We're on Liam Dobbs' permission, so it's nice to meet Liam and his dad Billy, and their little lad as well. So there's a hare there somewhere. So the guys at the top that can still see the hare, they're trying to give directions. So the Hares hawk's coming down towards the hedge. You know as well as I do, that hare's going to run back up that hill. Maybe the noise will put it off. But there's not much that's going to out-drag a hare over any distance up these hills. Not if they're starting below them. Let's see. So they're now relying, of course, on the fact the hare's coming this way. I think it's going to go up that hill. We'll just see. Trying to get in position to give the birds some chance. The law is massively weighted in favour of the hares, with these birds flying off the glove like this. Let's see. Very different from when you're out on your own. And of course, Dan's new to falconry. He's now got 50 people trying to tell him what to do. Too many cooks in the kitchen, of course. And all the time the hare's thinking, yeah, in a minute I'm going to go when it all suits me. But there he goes. A good slip, and it all paid off. You're not going to get a better chance for that bird, but the hares here are fast and they're big. Can you imagine a 9-pound hare being chased by a 2-pound bird? It's just out-dragged that hawk, and that hawk has put everything into that flight. It's gained on the hare, and as the hawk started to lose the fuel in its tank, the hare's turned up the hill and just finished it off. But you cannot fault that Hares hawk. This year's bird, absolutely determined and powering up that hill. But of course, 150 yards, I don't know, slip, starting to lose energy. It's powered all the way, hasn't missed a wing beat, and then the hare's turned uphill. Not easy to catch. Well done, Dan, and well done to the bird. One thing I will say, my book about Zeus's diary for 5 years, it's a book that's still, like Nature Boy, still not anywhere except on a stick. But as I kind of started finishing off the editing of that book, or the rough editing, I don't know, a few things had changed, and what had happened is thermals were just coming onto the scene, thermal spotters. And I said right at the back of the book, these things could be used incredibly well and sportingly, and even conservationally towards the quarry, or they could be used, yeah, as a numbers thing. But one thing you can say, they don't help you catch hares, not even a little bit. What they do is help you find hares for the birds to slip. Once the hare's moving and the bird's off the glove, that's it. The thermal spotter makes no difference whatsoever. And this season and last, I don't have one, but a lot of the lads do, I've really seen that, yeah, to be honest, if anyone tells you thermal spotters are cheating, disregard it. They definitely do not help you catch hares. I guess, like, in some ways telemetry helps you find your bird. If your bird isn't trained and obedient and well manned to the world in general, finding your bird is one step. Getting it back is no job of the telemetry, is it? It helps you locate them. Urban hawking.
The road there, like that little country track.
Oh yeah.
Last time I believe it ran down the road.
Oh, is that what you were telling me? Wow. Wonder what the outcome of that is. Whose flight is it?
Oh, it's gonna take that.
Oh! Just give us the glove and then I've got it. So that hare, look how fast that hare's going. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Mind the fence, Zeus. Oh! Oh, he had a good go at that, didn't he? Just had a great slip, long distance. Oh, Zeus. I was just going to show you. There's a bit of fur on his talon, but it's just blown off. So, very close indeed. All the way from up there. Guys flushed a hare from the copse over there. And a lovely young gentleman whose name I told him I would forget slipped Zeus for me. And he's been carrying Zeus a little while. And he's flown all the way down here. And the hare's gone under that gate, through the hedge. Here, really good put in, and then I've just picked Zeus up from down the other side of that tree where the hare's obviously got up and he's re-chased. Now remember, this is Zeus's 11th season, and you can really see the maturity now. He doesn't fly stuff, he doesn't think he can catch. That's the excitement of a first year bird or even a second or third year bird. But a mature eagle, it knows what it's not going to catch and it's not going to fly it. But one thing I'm really seeing this year more than ever, and this slip was no exception, on the sort of the longer range slips where there's a hillside or a slope in the land, Zeus has actually flown off at quite a big tangent to the hare's trajectory. And even in some places I've heard bystanders go, oh, he's not seen it, and I know he's seen it. And he's flown off, staying on the uphill side of the hare, even if it means going off, say, at quite a degree. And then as he's gaining on the distance and he's getting height, he's stopped that hare from turning uphill. It's gradually ran off down or on flatter land. And as he's got his distance and height above it, he'll turn in sharp, pull those wings back. And it's really a good tactic. He's learning what his quarry species actually does. He's learned now, well and truly, that into the wind or uphill, that's what it's going to try and get him on. And it's interesting to see him flying in a style that tries to block that or cut that off. Mike's Bonellis has been unlucky today so far. It's took a hare, you hope you've seen it on camera. Couldn't hold it long enough. And then had another really long distance slip for that Bonellis eagle. And the hare did its number one perfection. It jumped over the eagle. Absolutely stunning to see. Let's see who's next. While we were returning with Zeus from his first flight, we missed a bit of the action and we missed the goshawk. So I'm keen to see Liam's goshawk go. Hopefully we've still got time. This soil certainly makes a change from what we've been walking on at home. Look at this. Look at that. Wow, you wouldn't mind that in your vegetable patch. Absolutely beautiful and kind of dry. That's amazing. We're just walking in swamps at home still. Beautiful. Wow, they're not taking any prisoners, these guys. We've just got back to the start and they're another end of the field away. They won't wait for us. So hopefully we don't miss the next flight of the goshawk, because that's something I wanted to catch on film. been a while for me. In the meantime, there's a guy that came over to the UK, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons ago, a falconer from Zimbabwe. He sent me some nice pictures. He's working with this year a Wahlberg's eagle. There's a couple of guys breed them in the UK. They're a small eagle, but look at the wings straight away. You can see they're eagles, those huge long eagle wings. I don't know what they hunt in the wild. They're probably a bit of a scavenger, big insect, lizard eater, rat eater. I think there'll be something in Africa that probably hunts fairly small bear, but I don't know. Interesting to see how he gets on with it in the hunting field. At least he's hunting it in its natural habitat. So if there's bigger prey they take, maybe it'll take them. But what a beautiful bird. And again, only 1 or 2 people in the UK that have been breeding Wahlberg's eagles. I don't know anyone that flies them. If you do, does it hunt?
Oh, there it is.
They held on to the goss, I don't think they saw it. Look how fast that is. Oh, I might film with it. It's got that. No, he's got to hold on. No. Look at them two running.
Go on, lad. Go on. Go on, fucking flap.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Oh!
Go on, girl. Go on,
I
girl.
know
Have
he's
it now.
shifting, isn't it?
Go on, girl.
Come on. Oh! Oh! Got it! Run!
She's got it.
What did you catch?
So we caught a hare with a Hares hawk.
How many hares has that Hares hawk caught today?
1.
And how many hares have these brilliant golden eagles caught today?
No.
There you go. There's your answer.
Yep.
Are you winning? Here he comes. Fair play. He even ran as fast as he could. She held that well, didn't she, Dan?
She did, mate, yeah.
That's a credit to these birds, isn't it? That they know you come in, these Hares hawks, don't they? If you're going to run, they know, and they're blooming well.
I nearly tripped over
Do
just
everything.
about
Did you?
in front of it. I'm glad I didn't.
She had to hold that a while. She's doing good. She deserves that nice hot meat, doesn't she?
Certainly does.
Saying it's actually the perfect Hares hawk, isn't it? It's totally bomb-proof, totally sociable, quiet, doesn't scream, does it?
Nope. No, she's a
And yeah,
diamond.
good recall. And she really, really wants to catch those things, doesn't she?
She certainly does.
Hares hawk 1, 50 eagles, 0. We're just talking to Dan, and Billy's eagle's been up in the air, I think. It's in a tree now, but it was all right. It's going off down the valley. They flushed a hare by accident, and that eagle's on it. Wow! So that bird has soared. There it is. It's been soaring, chased a hare. Hare got in a hedge. It's been soaring above, stooping at the hedge. It knows the hare was in there, and it's finally sat in a tree. And as I've walked nearer, the hare's gone off again, slipped down the valley. He was straight in pursuit. This is an eagle that's unusually for England, flown on the soar quite a lot, so it understands height and staying airborne. God, look at it go. That's a long slip as well. Yeah, had a good head start there. Oh, that eagle's high. Jeez. There's the eagle, look. It's coming, look, it's on going to the woods, see it?
Still going.
Yeah, it's just got loads of height. It's going to the right now. Oh, there's another hare just got up at the bottom of the hill. It's going to fly, just run into the eagle. Look, there's a hare running away now.
Look at the eagle. Look at the eagle.
Has it seen it?
Oh, right.
It's all over here.
Yeah, it's still going.
Oh my Christ. Well, that's ridiculous.
You thought yours was a long flight.
That's crazy. Look, oh, it's gone for it.
It's got some.
That definitely put in really hard then, didn't it? So Zeus is slipped now. Just getting dark, getting that way. Mike's bird has just had a fantastic, I mean that Bonellis, I keep saying it, the distance and the speed it covers that distance is actually insane. It winged over in a far distant field. Sadly, yeah, no sign of fur on its talons, so we'll presume it totally missed, but right on that hare over such a long distance flight. The guys have just pushed through a little copse for Zeus, a little copse. Nothing came out, only some birds. Still time. It's been tough. I think we've only had 2 or 3 slips each all day. Quite a few birds out today, but as Liam rightly said, and Kyle, last time they came over here, there was touching 50 hares they saw, and they had lots of flights in a very short amount of space in much less field. So that's hare hawking for you, mythical beasts that they are. He hasn't been over here hammering the land at all since then, but today different conditions and the hares not as numerous, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get one more slip. Zeus just had a fantastic slip over the hedge. He put in no fur, but yeah, it looked good. I thought at this time of the night he would definitely make it stick. Those hares are slippery suckers. But yeah, so we had another really good slip from Zeus. Lovely setup, lovely lie of the land. We're on a wheat field where the hares can run fast. But he was above them at the start, above the hare at the start. All right, we're near the vans. It's always nice to get a slip near the end of the day, a bit like fishing. If you have a bit of sport early on, you catch a good fish early on, and then you don't get a bite all day, you're still kind of slow. So it was nice, that was good. Same with the goss. The goss refused that one, but then on short wheat, a big hare must look a ruddy big for a relatively small bird of prey to chase, for sure. Still time. Got it.
There might be birds. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you reckon?
No, tiny. But
What?